AEW Fight Forever is a fun but flawed experience. Fight Forever is a throwback to the golden age of THQ wrestling games like WWF No Mercy and WrestleMania 2000. It's a nostalgic yet modern trip down memory lane as you play with a small yet diverse AEW roster. Mainstays like Kenny Omega, Orange Cassidy, and Britt Baker are present, but there are some notable omissions from the roster as well, such as Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe, Jeff Jarrett, Claudio, many in the Dark Order, just to name a few. This issue will hopefully be lessened with future DLC drops via the first season pass. AEW Games have already promised to deliver popular fan favorites like the tag team FTR, Danhausen, Hook, Keith Lee, Matt Hardy, and The Bunny. True to the great wrestling games of the past, Fight Forever's gameplay is simplistic and fluid. Seasoned gamers of the 90s will naturally adapt to the weak and strong combinations with strikes and grapples as well as stick-rounding finishing moves. It's a tried and true approach to wrestling games that worked as well as today as it did in 1999. Content-wise, you can expect familiar match types such as singles, tag team, and multi-person matches, as well as the Casino Battle Royal and the always crowd-popping, exploding barbed wire death match. Many of these matches are business as usual, but the Casino Battle Royale and exploding death match drive home the AEW spirit. Sadly, we can only imagine how much more fun we could have had if the notably missing Blood and Guts match or the ostentatious put-on-brand Stadium Stampede match were present. One particular slight against Fight Forever is the bare-bones story mode. At times, the campaign can be fun as you go through your first year on the AEW roster as a created wrestler, or you can pick someone from the roster. I chose Adam Cole, baby. While it's fun weaving through politics of the AEW backstage, it also falters sometimes because the game doesn't keep track of its own storylines. A good example of this is I won the AEW tag titles with Dustin Rhodes, and after I won, it was never referenced again. My character moved on to a whole new storyline, and the tag titles was never referenced again. Another interesting thing the story mode does is it has light RPG elements where you can tour the city, or you can have a press conference, or you can work out, and these things build up your AEW character stats. And that's a pretty cool thing to have in the game. And I think it adds to the story just a little bit of much where you have wrestlers come up to you and have conversations and want to take selfies with you, and you have some funny moments. It also adds to it. And if you don't want to do those things to build up your stats, you can also play mini games. While the mini games are fun, they can get a little repetitive. In terms of presentation, Fight Forever can also be a mixed bag. Characters either look close enough to their real-life counterparts or like a bad caricature of themselves. And while the arenas and environments do a good job at setting the stage, the lack of commentary, especially considering the AEW's on-mic talent, leaves a lot to be desired. Overall, AEW Fight Forever is an enjoyable wrestling game that lacks the depth and polish of its competitors. But it's fun, easy to grasp controls, coupled with several nods to the past, allow Fight Forever to stand on its own as a good first outing for AEW Games and Yukes. PSVG gives it a 3 out of 5 stars. Peace.